So I turned 17 and with delusion, hope and a dream, I got myself an agent and landed the music video that week and then continued to book music videos. And we are gonna watch the music videos in this video.
Stop what you are doing. You are now watching a Sarah Elizabeth production. You might laugh, you might cry, but you will not want to leave. Well, you will want to leave your dusty man, but you will not want to leave it here. There's a rumor this place is the best place on earth.
Welcome. So, buckle up, buckle in, let me begin. We're gonna do a deep dive into the folklore of my life. Welcome, my name is Sarah Elizabeth if you are new. Today is going to be a deep dive into the music videos that I have starred in and a little bit more of my lore, my folklore. I'll do a quick little deep dive, but not before I say thank you so much. The community that I'm building, like on here and TikTok, is just, it just feels right, do you know what I mean? I'm very, very happy with you guys, so I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I am now going to be doing these YouTube videos every single Friday. And I've planned out the next few weeks, so it's going to be very exciting. Every single Friday you're going to get a meaty video. Let's throw back to 14-year-old Sarah. I'm talking like the One Direction, Justin Bieber days. I genuinely believed that I could do anything that I wanted to do, which isn't a bad thing, but you know, let's just like take a little minute to assess what that means. Unfortunately for me, but fortunately for you because it's entertainment, I had a modelling phase. And yes, I've done a lot of modelling. And in fact, I believe that Victoria would get on the phone to me and say, do you want to be my little secret? And not only that, I've also had a dancing phase. So we get into that, and then I had a music video phase, which we're going to dive into today, and then I also had an acting phase. Because the thing is with me, once I say I want to do something, or once I decide I want to do something, oh, I'll do it. Now the grey area is to what standard? Yeah, what standard? So I said like I want to be a dancer. Oh, I was a dancer, all right. But, you know, it's how good of a dancer was I?
I genuinely have a story time, which I'll tell either on here or on the podcast, about how I was told to go home from an audition. Like, they didn't want me to even do the audition because they were like...
Without further ado, let's get into it. All I can say is hit subscribe. I hope every Friday you're going to get a new video. I got myself an agent. Basically, I was in college, in acting college, 17 years old I must have been. And I just thought, you know what, let me audition for an agent. Got myself an agent. Told my agent that I wanted to be in music videos, like this was the thing. Immediately I got a role, and a lead role. And not only was it a lead role, this role that I'm about to show you had a dance lead. So I had to dance and act as a lead in a music video for quite a while. But when I say a big band, like they were touring, like it wasn't like just a random like student project. The band was fine. Yeah, like the lead singer, damn, yo. Obviously at the time I was thinking, yeah, like the lead singer obviously fancies me. I was 17 years old, the poor lead singer was like in his 30s, and my delusion just couldn't stop. Like, do you know when like you were 8 years old and you'd strut around like a swimming pool in your little tankini, your Winnie the Pooh all in one? Ooh, maybe not Winnie the Pooh at 8 years old. You've goggles on, that's the key, you've got goggles on, you're walking around and you think the lifeguard wants you. It's completely innocent, but you swear, you even start doing somersaults in the pool because you want him to be super like, whoa, like, we've got a gymnast in the place. And like the lifeguard is like, help, I'm quitting tomorrow because, okay, let's get into this tea.
Now, for copyright reasons, I had to mute the music, but as you will see, I talk you through the whole thing.
As you can see, this was set in Vegas, Salford, Vegas. Sorry to pause you immediately. I know you see me getting out of bed there with my big knockers. I just want to do a quick backstory tutorial into why my tits are so big there, and then here I kind of, you know, where are they? I'll explain to you quite simply. This is a quick tutorial. You go into Primark or any similar retailers, because I'm not working with Primark on this video. Stop texting me. Go into Primark and you go to the bra section and you find the biggest push-up bra ever. it will feel like you're being punched in the side of the boob when you wear it. It's very uncomfortable, and to be honest, it probably will cause some sort of rash, but it's worth it for what it creates. Get yourself a big push-up bra, and then unfortunately you're not done then. You then go into the sock section and you get yourself a fluffy pair of bed socks. The thicker the better. These bed socks will cut all circulation off to your feet, and you won't have any sort of feeling in your feet wearing them because they're so thick, but that's the key. And you put one bed sock in each bra on top of the push-up, and you get yourself a big fat pair of knockers for cheap. It's the same. That's what I did in this video. Sometimes I like to have a massive set on me. Should we continue? There she is. The director said, because obviously I was quite young, I was a lot younger than a lot of the people that were on the shoot. The director was like, how do you feel about, you know, pushing these men out the way? Like, is that a little bit much for you? I said, bitch, this is like a sex scene for me. This is my fantasy. This is a sex scene. Are you joking? Pushing men out the way and ruining their day. Oh, I'm turned on at the thought of it. Get out my way. So I just said to the director, I said, run this scene back 100 times. I want to do it more. Because I got to push these grown men, get out my bastard way, and they couldn't do anything. I was genuinely like turned on a bit. Actually, I was 17. I wasn't, but like watching it back, I am now. Still sounds weird. Okay, hell. Imagine making men that mad. I did that. Oh. You see these guys are the type of guys that punch holes in their mum's box room wall. And when you go over to their flat, they have one yellow, thin, decomposing pillow. And if you invite them over to your house, they are like, wow, your bedroom is so luxury. They think they've walked into the Four Seasons Hotel, but all you've got is a sheet on your bed. But to them, that's, look, not the actors, but the actors were lovely. Sorry, I'm not going in on the actors, the characters they were playing. You guys, I really do like a man who plays guitar. I can't decide what I want, like, because you know what I find attractive though? I don't like an acoustic. I feel like acoustic just is a bit of a wet lettuce vibe, like you're just strumming. I like when they proper, I've said this before, when they like manhandle the guitar. And you know, you can see the fingers throbbing. Hold up now. You know, and like the proper, like they're putting in a shift to just put out a few notes. That's what I like. I think I just like men who look like they're being pushed to their very limit in whatever they're doing. That's the pattern I've noticed, because people say like, what is your type, what is your type? I don't know, but what I do know is I like men that really work hard. When I see that sign, men at work, you know, on the road, when you're driving past like roadworks and you see men at work, thank God, good, that's what I like. I just think, thank goodness, I'm glad they're there and not doing anything else. Anything that looks like it's just too easy, miss me with it. Because if you're working hard, I'm the one that's easy. You know, find me a proper hard-working man. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I will say this, that was meant to be a really like heart-wrenching scene. You were meant to feel the emotion through the screen because he's breaking up with me, or vice versa. Did you feel the raw emotion? I think I was giving Miss Florence pure run for her money personally. I think you could see the raw emotion in my eyes. Just kidding. I could have just been browsing PLT for a new co-ord with that facial expression. Didn't feel too much emotion, but you know what? It was my first acting debut, so I'll cut me some slack. Right, I'm gonna fast forward a lot of it now because a lot of it's just the breakup. I want to show you my dancing. This is the voulez-vous, the je ne sais quoi. Both didn't make sense. Just a bit of context for this dance scene because you need it. Imagine they've booked out this massive big warehouse, okay? They had me do an improvisation. They had me improvising to the music, to the band playing, back to back to back to back, and the director just kept getting takes and takes and takes, and then they put this together. So imagine me just improvising. I swear I started popping and locking, twerking. No, just kidding, but I was just improvising to the music. And then just the director just saying, keep going, and then he kept saying like, nothing is wrong. So like I'd do something and I'd feel like a bit of a slender man freak. Like I didn't feel good doing it. And he was like, no, there's no wrong in acting. And I was like, well, when I do a split on the lead guitarist, then it'll be wrong, right? just on a chicken. No, he's just like, there's no wrong, do whatever you want. So then I started giving them a lap dance. No, just kidding. Like I said, I was 17 in this video, so I need to stop making these jokes. But POV, the grasshopper in the corner of your greenhouse trying to escape. Kind of mogged everyone there with the face card. What's this, Sarah? Are you cheating on your boyfriend? I didn't know there was going to be a plot twist. I was cheating on my boyfriend with a lesbian and I was secretly a lesbian. Oh, so once I did that, and then unfortunately guys, I will talk more, I want to do a podcast episode on this, but then when I turned like 18, 19, I started going into a bit more of like a sexy era where I've spoken a bit about, I definitely want to do a podcast episode on this because I like to talk about like the male validation side of things. But I remember like I had a phase on Instagram where I would post like sexy pics, nothing crazy, like nothing like that I would be like embarrassed of now, because I'm never embarrassed of any phase. Well, let's just say I would never post. It's kind of like, it's crazy looking back on who that girl was. I like used to post like little like bikini pics and like things, and I used to enjoy like the attention that got me. I'll open up more about this on a podcast episode because I think it's so helpful to hear about this kind of thing and how you can overcome male validation, because, or like needing validation from others. And there was a whole thing where I would post a lot of pictures like in, yeah, bikinis and stuff like that, and just posy stuff, which isn't bad at all. And like if you enjoyed, and I feel like now there's just a new freedom that's come with it where I'm not attached to like the validation that came with that. But I had a whole phase where I want to say 18, 19, 20 where I was like in my little sexy era and I wanted to be like a little sexy girl, which is all fine. But like I just remember, I think it was partly for like the wrong reasons. Like I enjoyed like the attention that it got me at this, and then to this leads me into this music video that I did, which is a little bit more sexy. God forbid me. Again, nothing crazy. Thankfully I didn't go down any crazy you know, OnlyFans route, which is fine if you want to do that, but I'm just thankful that I didn't ever go down that route, because that would have been crazy. I've actually been to music videos for this guy. He's a really sweet artist. He was so professional. Like he paid us really well on the shoot. It was, again, I know you see big cleavage. I want you to know that this was probably 2 pairs of bed socks, because I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. There's not a push-up bra in the world that could create that. Okay, so the move that I was doing there, you see with the like the shaking the ass, that was actually, and I know a lot of people say it's, you know, throwing the ass in a circle. What that was is throwing your ass in a square. It's just a new move that I'm kind of like trying to pioneer at the minute, where you shake your ass in a triangle, you know, rattling your veins, because I don't know what was moving there besides my spinal cord and also my abdomen. It almost looked like everything around the ass was moving and the ass was staying still, which is something, again, that I want to kind of encourage this new dance move. So also a bit of context on this shoot, it was in a shisha lounge, and there was actually a bit of a mishap with the shisha. I was doing my little, you know, thing with the shisha scene, and I pulled accidentally the whole shisha over, burnt the floor, burnt the couch. One of the model's legs was singed, burnt. And I was just like, guys, in the words of Usher, let it burn, do you know what I mean? By the way, I'm bringing the podcast back. I've had a little break from the podcast, but I do want to do an episode for you guys about the whole validation and overcoming that feeling of like wanting to be sexy, and because it's mad how much of a journey I've been on that with that, because I had that whole phase, like, and I never forget that phase, but like that phase where, you know, like when people tell you like, oh my god, you look fit, you look sexy, it means such a lot to you. And it's almost like a trap, because if you give someone the power to make you feel good, so if you put all your like validation and value on people saying you're really sexy, you're really fit, great when it's going good and people are saying that, but then the minute that's taken away from you, if you put all the value in their words and what they say, this is the whole trap with validation, it's gone. And now it's so weird, like I genuinely can't think of anything worse than like trying to be sexy or people thinking I'm sexy all the time. It's so weird how I've done a whole 360, so I will touch on that in the podcast. Because so this next video now, this is again a super talented artist. All the artists are really good. This is a little phase of my life where I decided to cut a bob. Yes, so this was during my acting era, which I'll do a video on if you care to see, because unfortunately there is evidence of some acting stuff that I've done as well. I just thought, you know, a bit more of an androgynous indie look could be good for me, so I cut myself a bob. I actually just looked like my name was Bob, Uncle Bob. And unfortunately I cut the bob, got this music video, and one of the artists in the music video had a blonde bob, and it was a guy. And it did just look, and it was actually my love interest. Wow, look at that long flowy ponytail. Ponytail swaying in the wind. So this was my man, and then it was at this moment that I realized that perhaps, you know, the haircut could have come at a better time. Yes, yes, yes. Because, you know, who's who? Spot the difference on these hoes, spot the difference. That was actually so fun to smash up the guitar. You know, pretty cool, pretty fun. final music video I'm going to show you. It's really nice to see the journey that I went on, because this was the most recent one that I've done. It's still years ago, but what I'm saying is like, you can tell in this video that I finally started to realize, and it's okay, some things are not for everyone, because you'll see I was surrounded by like gorgeous girls, everyone, and I'm gorgeous. I'm not putting myself down at all, but these are like big booty babes, booty gyrating babes, and I was looking around and I was thinking, you know what? Whereas maybe in the past I would have attempted to join in and shake my ass in a rectangle with them, but at this point you can tell I was like, no. In fact, I'm going to stay sat down. Yes, glutes on the couch. Who that in the back? Who that in the back? Who's that 5'8" gal in the back? Who is that lamppost in the back? Do you know what I mean? And this. So this dance move I call the pat a cake baker's man. This is it's a dance move that you do when you know, you want to let them know that you do have a lot going on. You have a lot in your locker. You know, you've got shit going on, but you're just too cool. Yeah. Okay, baddie. Okay, baddie, you schmeeze up the camera. And there it goes again. The dance of doom. I want to go home. That's what it's called. There's a few other music videos, okay? With this series that I'm doing on TikTok with the old clothes and then the music videos and then showing you like all my lore with the modeling and the dancing and all the eras on here, as well as it being entertainment for you guys, because it is funny and I recognize that and it's just fun, yeah. I want us to kind of encourage us to bring back that like childlike zest for life. We all were a lot more ambitious and optimistic about life when we were young, we all were. And yeah, it borders on delusion, but like a little delulu ain't no hurt nobody. It has hurt no one apart from the viewers of those music videos who had to take years off work to recover from what they saw. But I want to bring it back, some of that childlike, just like, oh, I can do everything, I want to set this goal, I can do this, because that was positivity, and I want to bring it back. So I'm going to do a series. So every Friday, lock in with me, guys. Lock in with me. I don't want to tell you exactly what I've got in store for next Friday, but I also want to start doing the things that I used to want to do more as well. So please believe me that I'm going to do a music video again soon. I'm going to get back into it because I just thought, you know what, maybe not an ass shaking one, I'll leave that to the professionals, but like a silly like little indie one, absolutely, I'm going to do it again. So any music video directors, by the way, want to hit me up now that you've seen my work, get in touch. No, I'm going to bring you guys along on the journey. I want this to be like a really fun journey of going through my old lore, but also as well revisiting it and doing it all again, because life's for that. Someone should make an edit of me in my music videos, because people on TikTok have been asking me to post these like music video clips. I can't put them on TikTok, but if you made an edit of them, listen, I don't want to sound facetious, but that would go viral. Someone make a music video edit of me, please. I'm gonna put the clips that I want you to use. Can you make like a really cool like, and then put like a, oh my god, put like a baddie track over it. I'll repost it. Oh my god, can someone please do that?
But I need one of the editors to do this because, you know, it just feeds into my Leo delusions. But guys, next Friday, boy, do I have a surprise cooked up for you. So lock in and stay ready for what's about to come. I love you all so much. I genuinely am so grateful for the amount of love that I've had, and I genuinely do love you guys so.
Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys a lot. Mwah.